בת 40, כן, משללת ביד ולב פתוח, לא מחפשת אישור ולא הסבר למנוח, משחקת משחקי מחשב, לא בורחת מהחיים. זה הזמן שלי לנשום בין כל מה שכבר עבר עליי, מה אומרים עליי לא מעניין אותי בכלל.
למה מעלית בקומה 3? תפוסה.
מה אומרים מעניין אותי
מה כל כך קשה לזהות את הדלת?
מה חושבים עליי, זה כבר לא הסיפור שלי. את הדרך שלי לחיים אני בוחרת לבד. מי שאוהב נשאר באמת, ומי שלא שיתחפף בצד. ראיתי כבר הכל, שמעתי מילים ריקות, עברתי שלבים קשים בלי קיצורי דרך, בלי מסכות. לא צריכה להסביר למה טוב לי איפה שאני, מי שמבין מבין, ומי שלא, לא בשבילי. מה אומרים עליי, אין אותי בכלל. מה חושבים עליי, זה כבר לא הסיפור שלי. את הדרך שלי לחיים אני בוחרת לבד. מי שאוהב נשאר באמת, ומי שלא שיתחפף בצד. אני לא כאן כדי להיטים, לא כדי לרצות, אני כאן כדי לחיות בקצב שלי בלי להתנצל. אז אם זה מפריע לכם שטוב לי ככה עכשיו, אני מחייכת וממשיכה, לא מסתכלת אחורה. מי שאוהב נשאר באמת, מי שרואה אותי כמו שאני, ומי שלא מתאים לדרך שלי שימשיך הלאה בשקט חופשי. נשאר באמת. אני בת 40, כן, משללת ביד ולב פתוח, לא מחפשת אישור ולא הסבר למנוח, משחקת משחקי מחשב, לא בורחת מהחיים. זה הזמן שלי לנשום בין כל מה שכבר עבר עליי, מה אומרים עליי לא מעניין אותי בכלל. מה אומרים מעניין אותי בכלל. מה חושבים עליי, זה כבר לא הסיפור שלי. את הדרך שלי לחיים אני בוחרת לבד. מי שאוהב נשאר באמת, ומי שלא שיתחפף בצד. ראיתי כבר הכל, שמעתי מילים ריקות, עברתי שלבים קשים בלי קיצורי דרך, בלי מסכות. לא צריכה להסביר למה טוב לי איפה שאני, מי שמבין מבין, ומי שלא, לא בשבילי. מה אומרים עליי, אין אותי בכלל. מה חושבים עליי, זה כבר לא הסיפור שלי. את הדרך שלי לחיים אני בוחרת בלי להתנצל. אז אם זה מפריע לכם שטוב לי ככה עכשיו, אני מחייכת וממשיכה, לא מסתכלת אחורה. מי שאוהב נשאר באמת, מי שרואה אותי כמו שאני, ומי שלא מתאים לדרך שלי, שימשיך הלאה בשקט חופשי. אני בת 40, כן, עם שללת ביד ולב פתוח, לא מחפשת אישור ולא הסבר על המנוח, משחקת משחקי מחשב, לא בורחת מהחיים. זה הזמן שלי לנשום בין כל מה שכבר עבר עליי. מה אומרים עליי לא מעניין אותי בכלל. מה אומרים מעניין אותי בכלל? מה חושבים עליי זה כבר לא הסיפור שלי. את הדרך שלי לחיים אני בוחרת לבד. מי שאוהב נשאר באמת, ומי שלא שיתחפף בצד. ראיתי כבר הכל, שמעתי מילים ריקות, עברתי שלבים קשים בלי קיצורי דרך, בלי מסכות. לא צריכה להסביר למה טוב לי איפה שאני. מי שמבין מבין, ומי שלא לא בשבילי. מה אומרים עליי אין אותי בכלל? מה חושבים עליי זה כבר לא הסיפור שלי. את הדרך שלי לחיים אני בוחרת לבד. מי שאוהב נשאר באמת, ומי שלא שיתחפף בצד. אני לא כאן כדי לעתים, לא כדי לרצות. אני כאן כדי לחיות בקצב שלי בלי להתנצל. אז אם זה מפריע לכם שטוב לי ככה עכשיו, אני מחייכת וממשיכה, לא מסתכלת אחורה. מי שאוהב נשאר באמת, מי שרואה אותי כמו שאני, ומי שלא מתאים לדרך שלי, שימשיך הלאה בשקט חופשי.
Wiping dust off the memories, trying to find the truth. The air feels thin, the silence is a scream. I'm waking up slowly from a beautiful broken dream. I reach for your hand in the middle of the night, but the sheets were just echoes of a long faded light. And it's quiet, so quiet, just making me sick to realize we're burned down to the bottom of the wick. Oh, the love has died and it didn't go loud. It didn't end in thunder or a dark heavy cloud. It just starved in the corner. It withered on the vine while I was busy pretending that you were still mine. Now there's a ghost in the hallway with your eyes and your name, and I'm standing in the ashes, but I can't feel the flame. Yeah, the love has died and I'm the only one who cried at the funeral of everything we kept inside. I saw your coat in the closet, the one with the tear. I almost called out to tell you, then remembered you weren't there. It's the little things that kill you. You would do it tomorrow, that turn into a lifetime of borrowing sorrow. We became two strangers sharing a kitchen sink, watching the us we built slowly start to shrink. I don't hate you for leaving, I hate that you stayed long after the colors started to fade. Is there a place where the lost things go, where the I love you settle like a heavy snow? I'd go there tomorrow if I thought I could find the version of you that wasn't so unkind. But the heartbeat is gone and the monitor's flat, and there's no coming back from a silence like that. Oh, the love has died and it didn't go loud. It didn't end in thunder or a dark heavy cloud. It just starved in the corner. It withered on the vine while I was busy pretending that you were still mine. Now there's a ghost in the hallway with your eyes and your name, and I'm standing in the ashes, but I can't feel the flame. Yeah, the love has died and I'm the only one who cried at the funeral of everything we kept inside. So I'll turn out the lights in the house we outgrew. Rest in peace to me. There was love by you. Yeah, the love has died. And I'm staying behind. TV's humming static to an empty couch. There's a dent in the cushion where you used to slouch. I've been rehearsing lines, trying to find a way to make the walls stop feeling so heavy and gray. But every story I find feels like a counterfeit coin, and the bridge that we built has no beams left to join. I'm looking at your picture and I'm waiting for a spark, but I'm just a blind man staring at the dark. We used to fight until the sun turned the windows gold. Now we're just stories that have already been told. The ink has run dry and the wells hit the stone, and there's no scarier sound than being together alone. 'Cause there's nothing left to say, nothing left to feel, nothing left to break that hasn't turned to steel. We've exhausted the anger, we've drained all the tears, we've used up the magic of 1,000 years. I'm opening my mouth, but the air's coming out cold, like a secret that's been far too many times told. I'm reaching for a reason, but it's drifted away. There's just nothing left to say. I remember when a whisper used to shake my world, when every little promise felt like a flag unfurled. you're sitting right there, just 3 feet apart. But there's a canyon between us that's starving the heart. I could scream till my lungs turn to embers and ash. I could try to make sense of a slow motion crash, but we're just two actors who forgot all their lines in a play that ran out of the signs of the times. Do we just sit here? Do we just wait for the ghost to leave the room? Do we keep sweeping the dust into a pile with a broken broom? Silence used to be a comfort, a place we could hide. Now it's just a graveyard of everything that died. Yeah, there's nothing left to say, nothing left to feel, nothing left to break that hasn't turned to steel. We've exhausted the anger, we've drained all the tears, we've used up the magic of 1,000 years. I'm opening my mouth, but the air's coming out cold, like a secret that's been far too many times told. I'm reaching for a reason, but it's drifted away. There's just nothing left to say, nothing left. No more come back home, no more where have you been. Just the sound of the wind where the fire had been. Goodbye is the only word that hasn't been heard, but there's nothing left to say. I'm watching you sleeping, glow of the street lamp light, and I'm tracing distance between us in the middle of the night. You look like a masterpiece, a beautiful, holy thing, but I'm starting to realize I'm worshiping a string. Go through the motion, we say the I love you pauses, like we're reading from a script that we learn by heart. But your eyes are like windows to a house where nobody lives, and I'm tired of trying to take when nobody gives. We're a photograph filtered to hide all the gray. We're refined and good at the end of the day. But if the world ended now and the sky turned to black, will we reach for each other or never look back? 'Cause our love isn't real, it's just a habit we grew. It's a ghost of a feeling I'm projected on you. It's a well-rehearsed dance on a stage made of glass, just waiting for one of our shadows to pass. We're holding on tight to a hand that isn't there, building a kingdom out of thin empty air. It's a beautiful lie that we're desperate to feel, but God, it hurts knowing our love isn't real. I remember the fire, or maybe I just remember the smoke. Maybe forever was just a cruel kind of joke. We're two parallel lines that forgot how to bend, just waiting for the credits to roll at the end. You're kind of my mother, I'm good with your friends. We're experts at patching up all of the rents, but there's no heartbeat under the sweat exactly that they seem. When the sun rises, I can't help but feel that I'm alone, 'cause our love isn't real. I arranged the stars to spell her name. I took the plane for every single game. I waited in the rain until my skin was blue, just to prove that my love was true. She looked at me like I was made of glass, like a stranger watching a stranger pass. I told her secrets that I've never told, but her eyes were distant, empty and cold. I'm screaming in a room that's soundproof tight. I'm burning like a candle in the brightest light. I'm giving her the blood inside my veins, but she doesn't even see the stains. I could set myself on fire to light her away, and she'd complain about the smoke and turn away. I could build a kingdom just to crown her queen, and she wouldn't even ask me where I've been. It's the hardest truth I've ever had to bear. I'm dying for her, but she does not care. No, she does not care. Beside me, but she's miles apart. I'm listening to the rhythm of a frozen heart. I ask her how her day was, just to hear her voice, but silence is a weapon and her only choice. I bought the dress she wanted, poured the wine, pretending that the warning signs were fine. But you can't make a statue come to life, and you can't turn a shadow into a wife. I'm screaming in a room that's soundproof tight. I'm burning like a candle in the brightest light. I'm giving her the blood inside my veins, but she doesn't even see the stains. I could set myself on fire to light her way, and she'd complain about the smoke and turn away. I could build a kingdom just to crown her queen, and she wouldn't even ask me where I've been. It's the hardest truth I've ever had to bear. I'm dying for her, but she does not care. No, she does not care. If she hated me, at least that's something real. At least I'd know that she could truly feel. But this indifference is a sharper knife. It's cutting out the center of my life. I'm invisible, I'm nothing, I'm a ghost to the one I love the most. doesn't ask why. She doesn't even notice that I said goodbye. She does not care. Sitting on the edge of the unmade bed, with 1,000 words that we haven't said. You're holding my hand like a lifeline rope, but we're both running out of hope. Chemistry is there, it's in the air we breathe, but I can see your chest beginning to heat. We're perfect on paper, we're perfect in dreams, but reality is ripping apart the seams. We fought the dragons, we climbed the hill, we paid the price and we foot the bill. But the castle is crumbling stone by stone, and we're together, but all alone. 'Cause love is not enough to make the world stop spinning. It's not a game where there is always winning. You can have the fire, you can have the spark, and still get lost inside the dark. It breaks my heart to call your bluff, to say the words that are so tough. We have the passion, we have the stuff, but baby, love is not enough. You want the ocean, I want the shore. We're fighting a silent civil war. It's not about cheating, it's not about hate, it's just a cruel twist of fate. We're two puzzle pieces from a different box, trying to pick the rusted locks. I look at you and I see my soul, but two broken hands don't make a whole. We fought the dragons, we climbed the hill, we paid the price and we foot the bill. But the castle is crumbling stone by stone, and we're together, but all alone. 'Cause love is not enough to make the world stop spinning. It's not a game where there is always winning. You can have the fire, you can have the spark, and still get lost inside the dark. It breaks my heart to call your bluff, to say the words that are so tough. We have the passion, we have the stuff, but baby, love is not enough. I wish I didn't love you, it would be easier then to never wanna see your face again. But I love you more than I love myself, and that is why I have to put this on the shelf. I'm saving you from a life of gray by being the one to walk away. glass wall to stop the storm. We had love, but it's not enough. No, it's not enough. Credits roll upon the screen of the movie that was you and me. The theater is empty now. We took the final solemn bow. The popcorn's stale, the floor is cold. The story has been fully told. There's no sequel in the works, just the silence and the hurts. I look at you, you look away. There's nothing left for us to say. We try to edit all the scenes to find out what the ending means, but the director yelled out cut, and the door is firmly shut. This is the end, the lights go down, the silence settles on the town. We reached the limit of the line, ran out of patience and of time. No use in pleading for a start, we're staring at a broken heart. It's not a pause, it's not a bend, darling. This is the end. I'll pack the boxes by the stairs, divide the tables and the chairs. It's funny how a life divides into two separate lonely sides. You take the records, I'll take the books. We trade the last of weary looks. I'll walk you to the car outside and watch the taillights as you glide. We try to edit all the scenes to find out what the ending means, but the director yelled out cut, and the door is firmly shut. This is the end, the lights go down, the silence settles on the town. We reach the limit of the line, ran out of patience and of time. No use in pleading for a start, we're staring at a broken heart. It's not a pause, it's not a bend, darling. This is the end. Don't turn around, don't wave goodbye. Don't let me see you start to cry, because if you look back at me, I'll lose my grip on reality. Just keep on driving down the street, accept the bitter, cold defeat. Extinguish the spark. This is the end. The end. wasn't something you could buy or hold. It was a fragile thing made of glass and trust, a little heavy with the layers of time. I placed it in your hands with shaking fingers, the kind of fear that always stays and lingers. I told you please be careful, it's all I had. You smiled and told me not to be so sad. I thought your hands were steady, thought they were strong, but I was reading you entirely wrong. You held it for a moment, then let it slip. I watched the words die on your frozen lips. You broke my heart, you let it hit the floor. You shattered everything I was before. You didn't use a hammer or a stone. You just let go and let me on my own. A million pieces scattered on the ground, and you didn't even flinch at the crashing sound. I'm on my knees trying to find the part that used to be my beating heart. Now I'm walking barefoot on the shore, looking at the wreckage in the yard. I try to glue the edges back in place, but I can't find the reflection of my face. Every jagged piece cuts into my skin, reminding me of the fool that I have been. You walked away without a backward glance, while I was dying in the second chance. I thought your hands were steady, thought they were strong, but I was reading you entirely wrong. You held it for a moment, then let it slip. I watched the words die on your frozen lips. You broke my heart, you let it hit the floor. You shattered everything I was before. You didn't use a hammer or a stone. You just let go and let me on my own. A million pieces scattered on the ground, and you didn't even flinch at the crashing sound. I'm on my knees trying to find the part that used to be my beating heart. Was it too heavy? Was it too weak? Did you get bored of the havoc that you wreak? It would have been kinder if you used a knife instead of carelessly destroying a life. You broke it like a promise, broke it like a toy. You stole away the last of my joy. You shattered everything I was before. You didn't use a hammer or a stone. You just let go and let me on my own. A million pieces scattered on the ground, and you didn't even flinch at the crashing sound. I'm on my knees trying to find the part that used to be my beating heart. It's broken, it's gone. Can't fix it, I can't move on. You broke my heart. You broke my heart. morning's cold, the car is in the drive. I'm breathing but I don't feel quite alive. I packed the bags and said I needed space. I couldn't stand the sadness in your face. I drove until the highway turned to black. Convinced myself I never would look back. But freedom tastes like ashes in my mouth. Now that I'm heading further down the south, I thought the grass was greener on the hill. I thought that I had emptied out the till. But looking at the moon above the trees, I'm brought down to my shaking weary knees. I wish I had stayed, I wish I had fought, I wish I hadn't left us there to rot. I traded in a diamond for a stone, and now I have to learn to be alone. I thought that leaving was the only way to save myself from fading into gray. But seeing all the debt I have to pay, God, I wish I had stayed. The motel room is smelling like stale smoke. I'm laughing at a very cruel joke. The punchline is I broke the best thing down. To be the king of this empty town. I miss the way you argue, how you breathe. I can't believe I chose to actually leave. I'm haunted by the closing of the door, and how I didn't love you a little more. I thought the grass was greener on the hill. I thought that I had emptied out the till. But looking at the moon above the trees, I'm brought down to my shaking weary knees. I wish I had stayed, I wish I had fought, I wish I hadn't left us there to rot. I traded in a diamond for a stone, and now I have to learn to be alone. I thought that leaving was the only way to save myself from fading into gray. But seeing all the debt I have to pay, God, I wish I had stayed. If I could turn the hands of time around, I'd plant my feet up firmly on the ground. I'd hold you through the storm and through the rain, and take away the unnecessary pain. But pride is just a wall that blocks the view of the beautiful life I had with you. Wish I hadn't left us there to rot. I traded in a diamond for a stone, and now I have to learn to be alone. I thought that leaving was the only way to save myself from fading into gray. But seeing all the debt I have to pay, God, I wish I had stayed. biggest mistake was walking away. I wish I had stayed. I just wish I had stayed. In a dried up well, wishing for a heaven in the middle of hell. I'm writing letters to an address that's gone, trying to find the dusk inside the dawn. I pasted all the pieces of the cup, but it still leaks whenever I fill it up. There is no logic to the things I do, just a desperate need to get back to you. But the map is blank, the road is dead. I'm trapped inside the voices in my head. I'm knocking on a door that has no key. There is no future left for you and me. And it's hopeless, it's a waste of time, like trying to find a reason in a broken rhyme. I'm watering a flower that has turned to dust. I'm polishing a chain that's covered up in rust. There is no miracle, there is no save. I'm just standing at the edge of the grave. I know I should let go, I know I must, but I'm hopeless. They say that every tunnel has a light, but I've been walking miles through the night, and all I see is shadows on the wall. And no one is answering when I call. I try to be the hero of the plot, to untie every single tangled knot, but the rope just tightened up around my neck. Now I'm sinking down with the wreck, but the map is blank, the road is dead. I'm trapped inside the voices in my head. I'm knocking on a door that has no key. There is no future left for you and me. And it's hopeless, it's a waste of time, like trying to find a reason in a broken rhyme. I'm watering a flower that has turned to dust. I'm polishing a chain that's covered up in rust. There is no miracle, there is no save. I'm just standing at the edge of the grave. I know I should let go, I know I must, but I'm hopeless. Oh, don't tell me that it it's a waste of time, like trying to find a reason in a broken rhyme. I'm watering a flower that has turned to dust. I'm polishing a chain that's covered up in rust. There is no miracle, there is no save. I'm just standing at the edge of the grave. I know I should let go, I know I must, but I'm hopeless. No hope left, just the dark. No flame, no spark. Hopeless, completely hopeless. The sun is coming through the blinds again, invading spaces where you should have been. I reach my hand across the empty sheet, expecting warmth, but only feeling sleep. My lungs are heavy, I forget to breathe. I'm still in shock that you could actually leave. The coffee cup is trembling in my grip. A silent scream is dying on my lip. The world outside is moving fast and loud. I'm just a statue standing in the crowd. They say the human body can survive, but I don't feel like I'm still alive. How can I live without you? Tell me how to keep the promise of a broken vow. You were the gravity that held me down. You were the king and I was just the crown. How do I stand when you were my crown? How do I speak without your soothing sound? It's like asking the stars not to shine, to separate the water from the wine. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. How can I live without you? I walk into the room we used to share and see the ghost of you in every chair. Your jacket's hanging on the closet door. I sink down in a heap upon the floor. I've lost the map, I've lost the northern light. I'm stumbling blind into the endless night. Half of me has vanished in the air, and what is left is too fragile to bear. The world outside is moving fast and loud. I'm just a statue standing in the crowd. They say the human body can survive, but I don't feel like I am still alive. How can I live without you? Tell me how to keep the promise of a broken vow. You were the gravity that held me down. You were the king and I was just the crown. How do I stand when you were my crown? How do I speak without your soothing sound? It's like asking the stars not to shine, to separate the water from the wine. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. How can I live without you? taught me how to heal. You took the instruction manual away and left me in the ruins of the day. It's a question that has no answer key. How to be I without the we. How can I live without you? Tell me how to keep the promise of a broken vow. You were the gravity that held me down. You were the king and I was just the crown. How do I stand when you were my ground? How do I speak without your soothing sound? It's like asking the stars not to shine, to separate the water from the wine. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. How can I live without you? I don't know how, I really don't know. The days are so long and the nights are so slow. How can I live without you? I wake up in the same four walls where your voice used to feel like home. Now everywhere between us feels heavy, sharp and cold. I keep pretending we're okay, like love didn't change its fate. But every smile I force for you is another piece erased. I'm tired of holding what won't hold me, tired of fighting what won't fight. I stay because I'm scared to leave, not because it feels right. It hurts to stay when you're not here, when your heart's already gone. It hurts to love someone beside me who stopped loving me alone. I keep choosing pain over goodbye, calling it loyalty, calling it fate. I don't know how to walk away yet, but God, it hurts to stay. I hear your footsteps down the hall, but you feel miles away. You touch me like you're reaching for a past you couldn't save. I blame myself for asking why, for wanting more than this. But love shouldn't feel like begging or something I have to miss. I keep hoping you'll come back to me like nothing ever changed. But hope is just a quiet lie. I tell myself to stay sane. It hurts to stay and watch you fade right in front of my eyes. I give you truth, you give me space, and call it compromise. I'm bleeding slow hurts to stay when I'm alone. Even though you're right here, I miss the way you used to care. Before love turned into fear. If this is all we're meant to be, then maybe it's time I pray. I love you more than I can take, but it hurts to stay. Leaving scares me, staying kills me, and I don't know which one I'll choose.
אמא? מה את עושה? יכולה להביא לי גם כוס מים? במחשב. בבקשה.
Types your name 1,000 times, then watch the screen go dark. Every word I never said still lives inside my heart. I practice all the things I'd say when I'm alone. Courage fades when I see you living like you're fine. I don't wanna ruin your peace, so I keep my truth unseen. I learned how to love in silence, where you never hear me. These are unsent feelings, heavy on my chest. Love I never gave to you, words I never said. You don't know the nights I cry just to let you go. I'm smiling on the outside with unseen feelings no one knows. I still check if you're online and tell myself I scroll past your
merci beaucoup.
like it doesn't hurt
C'est
me.
brillant.
You moved on so gracefully, like I was easy to relate. I stay stuck between our past and the things I couldn't say. I chose your comfort over mine, called it love, called it care. I kept my heart in draft mode, hoping you'd somehow feel it there. These are unsent feelings, written but never read. Heavy, I still love you, echoes in my head. You never know how close I came to telling you the truth. I saved you from this pain and left it all with me to lose. If silence was a language, I'd be fluent in your name. I let you go without a fight, so you wouldn't feel the same. I don't want you to come back, I just want this to end. But love doesn't need permission to stay unsent. These are unsent feelings, fading line by line. I'm learning how to love myself with what you left behind. If one day you feel a ghost you can't explain somehow, that's just my heart letting go of unsaid feelings now. empty room where laughter used to stay. The warmth we had is frozen now, like it faded overnight. I touch the things you left behind, they don't feel real today. Every smile and every frame feels like it's mocking me. I didn't know that love could freeze without saying goodbye. One day we were everything, the next just memories and nights. These cold memories keep me awake, they burn like winter in my veins. I try to forget, but they remain. Every tear I couldn't save, you moved on like it was nothing. I'm still standing in the snow. Love was warm when you were here, now it's cold. Memories alone. I hear your voice in crowded places, then remember you're not there. I hold my phone like it might ring, like you'd suddenly care. I keep replaying every touch, every promise we believed. I didn't know the past could hurt more than the way you leave. I ask myself what love went wrong, but answers don't appear. Silence is the loudest sound when someone disappears. These cold memories won't let me sleep, they follow me where I go. Your goodbye left a hollow space that I don't know how to close. I learned that hearts can shatter slow without a final blow. You left me here with frozen love and cold memories to hold. If time heals everything, why does this still hurt the same? I try to throw what you left behind, but ice remembers names. I don't miss who you are today, I miss who you were with me before love turned into distance, before you set yourself free. These cold memories are all I have, they're fading but they stay. I wrap myself in yesterday just to make it through today. If I ever feel warmth again, I'll know I finally let you go. Until then I'm learning how to live with cold memories alone. Some love doesn't end in fire, it ends in ice. We sit in the same old room, but it feels 1,000 miles. Your eyes don't look for mine anymore, you wear that distant smile. The words we should be saying hang frozen in the air. I'd rather hear you scream at me than feel this quiet despair. Every pause is a question You refuse to explain. I'm drowning in the space between us, calling it love, calling it pain. This heavy silence is breaking me slow, louder than the truth we won't show. I'm screaming inside, but you don't hear. Your absence is all I feel when you're near. If love is still here, why does it ache? Why does it feel like a mistake? I'm begging for something, anything, to save me from this heavy silence. We talk about nothing important, like feelings don't exist. You avoid my questions with habits, with maybes, jokes and shifts. I trace the cracks in your voice when you say you're just tired. But tired doesn't look like this to me. This looks like a love expired. I keep waiting for a moment when you finally confess, but silence keeps choosing you, and I'm left with the mess. This heavy silence is crushing my chest, heavier than hearing I love you less. I'd rather goodbye, a door slam shut, than this slow death of us. You stand so close yet so far away, like you already left yesterday. I'm losing myself in the space you keep, in this heavy silence. If I stop talking, would you notice? If I disappear, would you care? I'm tired of begging for signs of love that aren't really there. I don't need perfect, I don't need forever, I just need something real. Because silence doesn't heal a heart, it just teaches it how to feel numb. This heavy silence is all we are, two hearts close but worlds apart. I miss the way you used to fight for me, now you fight just to leave. If this is love's final shape, then I don't know how much more I can take. I'm fading in the quiet show, in this heavy silence. Some goodbyes don't have words, they just stop being spoken.
שנייה הבאה.
Hear your voice through all the noise, but it's breaking up again. Every word you try to give me feels distant, weak and thin. We're talking but not listening, just echoes in the dark. I'm searching for a signal in this static heart. I remember when you knew me without me saying a word. Now I'm screaming in the silence, and you don't seem to hear. This static heart is wearing thin, stuck between the love we've been. I reach for you, you fade away, like I'm calling but give anything to feel you close inside this static heart. I scroll through old conversations like they still mean the same. Every laugh, every promise now just whispers your name. I try to tune out the memories, but they come through loud and clear. Funny how the past still knows me when you don't feel here. I keep adjusting all the settings, hoping love will come back strong. But some connections die slowly, even when nothing's wrong. This static heart is breaking down. Every hope is cutting out. I'm holding on to faded lines while you move on in real time. I'm frozen where you left your mark, still beating in the dark. I don't know how to let you go with this static heart. If I could reach you through the noise, I'd tell you everything, but love turned into interference, and silence learned to sing. I don't blame you for the distance or myself for staying long. I just wish our love didn't fade before it felt completely gone. This static heart won't call your name. Not tonight, not in vain. I'm learning how to let it break so I can feel again. Someday if feeling starts with falling apart, then this is where I start. I'm letting go of yesterday and then static heart. Some hearts don't stop loving, they just lose the signal. I wake up breathing, but I don't feel alive. Just another day I'm learning how to survive. My mirror shows a face I barely recognize. Someone smiling back with empty eyes. I laugh when I'm supposed to, I say I'm fine. I've gotten good at living a perfect lie, but every night when the noise dies, I hear the truth I try to hide. I gave my heart until there was nothing left. Now even pain feels distant at best. I don't cry like I used to do, I just feel nothing too. I'm dead inside, but my heart still beats. Still walking around with broken dreams. I love too hard, I lost myself. Now I don't feel joy, I don't feel hell. I scream in silence, no tears to cry. I'm still alive, but dead inside. I miss the person I used to be before love took everything from me, before hope turned into doubt, before my soul just burned out. People say time will heal the scars, but time just taught me how to be numb. I don't fall apart anymore, I just don't feel much of anything at all. I carry ghosts in my chest, memories I never laid to rest. I stopped asking why or when, I just let the darkness in. I'm dead inside, but I still smile, still pretending it's been worthwhile. I gave my best, you gave goodbye, and something in me quietly died. No more tears, no more fights, just empty days and sleepless nights. I'm still alive, don't ask me why. I'm breathing, vaulting inside. If I disappeared, would anyone see the difference between silence and me? I'm not broken loud, I'm broken deep, the kind of pain that doesn't bleed. I don't want saving, I don't want blame, I just want to feel something again. Because the scariest way to die is feeling nothing while you're alive. I'm dead inside, but time moves on. The world keeps spinning like nothing's wrong. I wear my heart like it's healed somehow, but it stopped beating a long time now. If one day I finally feel alive, it'll be after I let this part of me die. Until then, I just exist, alive outside, dead inside. Some people don't break loudly, they just go quiet forever. Still set two cups on the table, still leave a light on the lake. Habits a cruel reminder of everything that changed. Your side of the bed is colder, your name still fills the room. I'm learning how to breathe again in a world without you. I thought love would disappear the moment you walked away, but it stayed and turned against me in the quiet it left behind. This is love without you, and it hurts in ways I can't explain. It's missing you in crowded places, it's calling out your name. I carry all we used to be, like a ghost I cannot run. I never knew love could Conversations I don't finish, and words I never say. You moved on like it was simple, like I was easy to lose. I stay behind with all this feeling, trying not to choose you. I replay every promise just to feel you close somehow. But memories don't hold you, they just break me down. This is love without you, still warm but never right. It keeps me up till morning and leaves me empty every night. I gave you all I had to give, you gave me none to hold. I never knew love could feel this strong when you're already gone. If loving you means letting go, why does my heart still stay? I don't want you back in my arms, I just want the pain to fade. I don't hate you, I don't blame you, I just miss who I became. When loving you felt like home, before it felt like pain. This is love without you, and I'm tired of being brave. Tired of pretending I'm okay with the choices that you made. If time is meant to heal this wound, then I'll wait until it does. Until then, I'll learn to live with love without you. Some love doesn't need two hearts to survive. It just needs one that can let go. Used to be the place you ran. Now I'm just the one who waits. You don't say it, but I can feel your love already changed. I gave you all my yesterday, you gave me reasons to doubt. I'm not chosen anymore, I see it in the way you turn away. I'm still here, still fighting for us, while you already walked away. I don't need the truth in words, your silence says it all before. I'm not chosen anymore. Loving you didn't allow me, just stop choosing me.
נו,
I take the long way home to miss the street where the pavement used to feel beneath my feet. I can't bear to look at the corner where everything went wrong that Tuesday night. It looks the same, the shops are open wide, people walking happily side by side. They don't know they're stepping on the ghost of the person that I love the most. It's invisible, the stain upon the ground. Silence is the only lingering sound. I hold my breath until I pass it by, trying to suppress the urge to cry. There should be yellow tape around the scene to mark the ruins of what we had been. There should be warning signs to turn away from the memory of that bitter day. It wasn't violent, there was no blood, just a heart dragging through the mud. I can't point to the exact spot where I cried. Right there is where love died. I remember how the wind was biting cold. I remember how your hand I couldn't hold. You looked at me with eyes I didn't know, and told me that you had to let me go. The words were simple but they cut so deep, putting all our promises to sleep. Now that location is a hollow space, a graveyard for the smile upon my face. It's invisible, the stain upon the ground. The silence is the only lingering sound. I hold my breath until I pass it by, trying to suppress the urge to cry. There should be yellow tape around the scene to mark the ruins of what we had been. There should be warning signs to turn away from the memory of that bitter day. It wasn't violent, there was no blood, just a heart dragging through the mud. I can't point to the exact spot where I cried. Right there is where love died. I wonder if you ever walk past there. Do you stop and breathe the heavy air, or do you just forget it like the rest? Put the memory to the final test. It's just a street, it's just a piece of land, but it's where you let go of my hand. There should be yellow tape around the sea to mark the ruins of what we had been. There should be warning signs to turn away from the memory of that bitter day. It wasn't violent, there was no blood, just a heart dragging through the mud. I can't point to the exact spot where I cried. Right there is where love died, right where we stood.
טוב, חבר'ה, אני אגיד לכם שבת שלום, תשמרו על עצמכם, וביחד ננצח, כן. אז יאללה, עשיתי.